What we have here, gentlemen, is a Tmaxx 4909 3.3. This is the absolute first generation of the 3.3 Tmaxx. Made this thing special. It is short wheelbase with a 4mm aftermarket race chassis. Not aftermarket made by RC Logics. Aftermarket means it was Traxxas racing chassis for the short wheelbase 2.5. These things still had the 2.5 short plastic pipe on them, but they had a little hat trick that no other Tmaxx has ever gotten, and that would be Optidrive and reverse. Yes, this is the only 3.3 Tmaxx ever made with reverse. And this thing also came with the Revo tires. Now this car is in awesome original condition. This one, well, not so much. But she's got her 4mm chassis. She's got what's left of her Optidrive in a radio box, but this car is rough. She's even got the original tires in exceptional condition. Exceptional. So the plans on this mint condition hot rod, we are going to blow this thing apart to its molecular level, and we're going to build this. This thing's been rode hard, put up wet. Those rear shocks are absolutely locked up. The muffler shot, transmission's covered in rust, everything's covered in rust. But let's blow this thing apart and come up with a game. Pop the wheels off, and no great surprise, we did find a very spun wheel hub and a whole lot of dirt. Now I vote we get this godforsaken roll cage off of this thing. See? It looks better already without that thing on there. A lot better. I knocked the front skid plate off of this thing to go and get all the front bumper supports off. On our first clue, we've had a crash. We have a severely bent bumper screw. There, knock off your tie rods off your knuckles, take your front shocks out, undo your lower shocks, undo your front bulkhead, get that out of the way, and then we're going to pull the hinge pins, and we're going to leave the axles in. When you're that far, it's going to look something like this. I'm going to go in and take out the little 1.5s, get those drive shafts out of the way, and we're going to go and get that front bulkhead completely removed. Take some of those plastics off, then I'm going to go ahead and do the rear bulkhead. I'm going to do that off camera because, well, you just saw it on the front. The only difference is there's no steering back there. Guys, remember, a Tmaxx will always draw first blood. Always. We got our first breakages, and I'm guessing that if glue means anything, that we're going to have to put some chassis stiffeners on this thing. But she's coming around pretty good, guys. I'm going to go ahead and knock out the transmission, knock out the fuel tank, and the servo box. When it's all said and done, guys, you're gonna have a huge pile of parts and a huge pile of dirt. Let me go run this chassis next door, see how that thing's gonna clean up. This is what we're looking for, guys. A nice, clean, straight 4mm race chassis. If we got this, we can make a 4909. So she's definitely gonna need new servos. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up and go through these diffs, just repack them. We're gonna have to go with all new links on this thing. Throw a set of used Lumadave shocks on this thing because these things are just beat. Definitely radio boxes. We'll throw the fuel tank and muffler on this thing. We'll throw a fresh set of frame connectors at, and of course we're going to put some new bumpers on this. Of course we're going to go through the transmission because although it feels pretty good from the outside, she doesn't look too good from the outside. Definitely going to throw a set of bearings at it. Although I'm torn on the tires, what do you guys think? As far as all the hardware goes, you got to hear me out on this. You guys remember that LST that I just did, the aftershock? This is all the hardware that came off of it, and this was soaking overnight in evaporust. So we're going to do the same thing with that. I'm going to re-soak this, get it completely cleaned up. We'll give this one a couple days too to get that. And all my plastics that I'm going to reuse, that's all going to soak in a bucket for a couple days in some Spray-On and some Dawn dishwashing liquid. This is the evaporust I'm talking about. It's made by CRC. And all you do is put it in your Chinese food container, fill it up until everything's submerged. And you look at this one, whole lot more rust, this thing will bubble. But I'll leave both of these things in here overnight. This one should be ready to roll because I'm going to do that other LST. And this one I'll probably do two different sessions in this little bucket. All right, guys, it is now chassis class time. They only ever put 4 chassis under Tmaxx, and this is the first one. So this is the 1.5 Tmaxx. 2.5mm chassis. It'll have this hole in it. Now your 2.5 chassis will also have the hole. It is also 3mm. Now if you hold these things up to the light, they are absolutely identical except for one thing. And what's the difference? Those 3 holes right there. That is for your belt crank for your throttle, because the carburetors on the 1.5 were rotary carburetors. Carburetor on the 2.5 was a slide carburetor. Now to extrapolate on that, what the 4909 has is exactly the same 2.5 chassis except for one major difference. And that major difference is it is now a 4mm thick chassis, which is going to be identical to your 3.3 chassis. And the difference between your 3.3 chassis is First, length. Second, it'll never have the two big holes for the two servos because the 3.3 Tmaxx never had reverse. Other than that, guys, these things are functionally identical except for no reverse on the 3.3. Past the straight chassis, what else do we have to build this thing? Well, we got a 3.3 power up, we got an engine mount, we got a header, we got a muffler with the coupler, we got some linkages, easy start, we got the air filter, I got some Lumidave takeout shocks, I got a new gray battery box, I got a good battery with a good switch connector for that thing, I got new bumpers, we're gonna go 40 kg steering, 25 kg throttle and brake, we're gonna go 20 kg reverse, I got new steering for it, I got all new linkages for it, I got decent rods, I have to steal some rod ends out of it, and most importantly, they don't sell these frame connectors in gray anymore, they only sell them in black. Well, these are RD Logix aluminum, so I'm gonna make an exception. You guys know I'm not a big fan of aluminum on anything, but we're gonna have to use those because I do not have a decent set of grays. Another ultimately cool thing we got a brand new takeoff 2.5 body. Yep, that body is still the same wheelbase. I got that from Lumidave a couple years ago. Guys, this is part one in a two-part video. This was just blowing this 4909 apart, getting what parts we got together, get what parts we have clean that are still good. And the next video, we're gonna screw the whole thing together, and we're gonna wind up with a very nice 4909 Optidrive reverse, the only 3.3 Tmaxx that had reverse. All right, guys, let's see you on the next one. Guys, so all the parts came out of the washer. Everything came out, yeah, okay, fairly clean, because like I said, we're gonna make this thing a good runner. It's not gonna be like a Shell Queen restoration. So I stopped at Havoc speed. I got a new brake cam for it. I got a new Optidrive sensor. I got a couple new axles. I picked up a new Optidrive. Those things are only 29 bucks. And I also picked up a new fuel tank. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna unbox this power up, this 3.3, and we're gonna steal some parts off of this guy. We're gonna make that thing into a Tmaxx. Guys, I am so glad I did not use that engine. That engine, I don't know where I got it, but I'm gonna steal that mount off because the one I had. But if I would have put that engine in the way it would have been a bit of a disaster because there wasn't a clutch inside that thing. So there's a clutch in this one now, a brand new Traxxas. So let's go ahead and get our motor mount on and go and get our easy start on. And when it's all said and done, it's gonna look a little bit like this. Okay, it's gonna look exactly like this. And guys, another pro tip, Tmaxxes have your throttle lever like right around the 830 position. Get that done before you put your easy start on because there's a 1.5 mil on the back side of that collar and you're not gonna be able to get to it with that easy start motor on there. Engine install yet, but we're gonna go ahead and start putting all of our plastics on the thing, which includes our servo mounts. I'm gonna go ahead and put my radio tray and I'm gonna go put my battery box in this. So radio box and battery box is in. What do you say we put our servos in? All right, so I got the steering servo, got the throttle servo, and I went in and got the reverse servo in. And I figured while I was at it, I go ahead and put the steering rack in. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna lay the transmission in there. Just lay it in without the bracing on the bottom, just to hold it in. Then we're gonna put the engine in. And guys, all I really did to the transmission is I replaced the spur gear. I replaced the slipper pads. I put a new Optidrive sensor in there. And while I got this thing laid up in there, and again, it's just laid up in there with two screws, I got my drive shafts in, at least my front halves. And again, you want your female ends closest to the transmission so they don't collect dirt. And your long one goes to the back of the truck, your short one goes to the front. Let's go ahead and slap this engine in. So I got the engine test fit in there. Looks like we got the right spur, we got the right clutch bell. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that back off because you're not gonna get that rear bulkhead on with that engine. Your bulkheads are kind of easy. You got little pins that go to the top, and just make sure when you turn that thing clockwise that them output shafts are going clockwise as well. They're going forward. Once you get them in there loosely with them 4 countersunk screws on the top, go ahead and get your second half of your drive shaft in. I'm gonna go ahead and do the front. So I got my transmission all bolted in. I really wanted to use these aluminum ones just for the color, but yeah, this thing is for a 3.3, so that's not gonna work. So let's finish building up the bulkheads and the shock tower. Guys, put your steering links on now. Trust me on that one. Now is the time for that. Skid plates are front and rear. That holds your steering posts in, at least holds it in position, which means those little D's right there, they're gonna be facing the outside. Bulkheads, skid plates, and shock towers are in. We're gonna go and hang our shocks now because trust me, this is gonna come into play when it comes to these rear toe links because they do get in the way of the rear shocks. Now that I got the shock towers on and all the shocks hung, we're gonna go ahead and put a new set of axles in the rear and I'm gonna put a used set in the front. We're just gonna hang those before we put the suspension arms on. So that is right front suspension all done. So let me go and get the other 3 corners done. And also, yeah, I could not score boots for those pivot balls, so we're just going to live without them for right now. All right, so all my axles, my shocks, my control arms, my bumper brackets, everything is in. So you're thinking what I'm thinking. It might be time to go ahead and install that engine. All right, guys, engine is in, mesh is set. What do you think about a fuel tank? Well, I think fuel tank would be the next logical step. Remember, guys, when you're installing a fuel tank on a Tmaxx, get your fuel line run through that bulkhead first, because putting it on after that tanking is not the easiest thing to do in the world. Gentlemen, that sure is purty. Love a new gas tank. Always love a new gas tank. So moving on, let's do some linkages on this thing. So all my linkages are on, so I'm thinking next step, believe it or not, let's put the bumpers and the wheels on this thing. Brothers, we are Tmaxxing now. I just discovered one little minor problem though. Well, the 2.5 body, the head is quite a bit smaller on a 2.5 than it is on a 3.3, so I'm gonna have to cut that body out. But the only thing we really got left to do on this thing is electronics, and you know we're gonna fly sky this thing. Yeah, so electronics are in, and they are working. If you ever wonder what the advantage of the $20 40 kg servo, it's pretty simple. They're very strong. They're not necessarily fast, but they are definitely strong. Now, throttle and brake. They are doing throttle and brake things. There's my brakes. And more importantly, here's my reverse linkage. Now I set this up with the Optidrive on channel 3. There is reverse, there's forward, reverse, forward. So let me go ahead and get this radio tray buttoned up. We got a little bit of a hornet's nest here. Not the easiest thing to do, but I did get all those wires inside that box. So for you guys that don't know, let me explain to you how Optidrive works. And what it is this little gear right here. Let me go ahead and zone in right here. Now this gear rides in the transmission just like this, and that little sensor in the back of the transmission, it's actually the front of the transmission on the counter shaft, when this thing rotates and it senses motion, it'll turn that blue light on. When that blue light's on, which is sensing motion, it does in fact prevent the reverse shift, so you don't tear the transmission out of this. Because remember that the 2.5 Tmaxx uses a little one-way bearing of the transmission. When you come to a low RPM, it just neutrals out. So right now, guys, we got this thing just about ready to roll. And for you guys that might think, or I might give the impression I am a super builder, I'm not a super builder, I'm cloning. I got an entire other 4909 Tmaxx to build off of, so I know exactly where everything goes after I get everything cleaned up. Plus, Dave has supplied me, this is actually 3 hardware kits off the Tmaxx 3.3s, which is cool because this 2.5 is mostly Hex hardware, where the 2.5 was mostly Phillips. Now, I got my shocks from Dave, and Havoc Speed, you guys are awesome. These guys right here, these are my Traxxas dealers, and they're probably 15 minutes away. But I wound up buying header springs for $3 a piece. Optidrive module was $30. The sensor was $8. The 14 mil hubs were $2.50. The brake adapter, $4.75. The drive shafts were $12 a piece. They didn't have 4. I would have got 4. I wound up getting clutch adapters, the fuel tank, and a battery box. But look what they had. They actually had the header springs for the 3.3 header, which those come in pretty handy when you're doing a Revo Platinum. They had clutch nuts. I wound up getting all that stuff, and those things were, hold on, how much were they? The adapter nuts were $5.25 for the clutch nuts, and the springs were $4 a piece. So you can't beat that. So I'm not going to be able to run this thing because my daughter's taking the rest of the day off, and I got to go next door and actually run my shop. But she did earn this sticker, but she didn't earn the most important one, which is going to be a runner. We're going to move this thing out. You guys know me better. I am all about getting in, getting out on these videos and not trying to milk them for more than one. But no choice here. We're going to have to do this one another day. But as far as the count of how many we got to the 500, the Sparta, this guy wound up being the 300. Yes, straight line are in the 3. So that is number 300 out of 500 runners that we're trying to get into. So, and guys, this Savage is amazing. I'm not going to lie. But there's something to be said to have a pair of 4909 fat chassis Optidrive reverse 3.3 Tmaxxes, the first gens. But listen, guys, I will see you all on the next one.